So here, already at the start, you have a wiggle to get that 4th gear and higher RPM, and then a speed slide to gear up. If you do not speed slide, you will have struggles to find the right gear, and here in general, just about not bumping, finding the right line, and also over jumping that part. I really struggled with this map to get that AT medal, but I think it's very important that you not get any airtime in order to get that AT medal. That is very important, like here, to not bump out and not oversteer as well. And then also set this turn up very nicely, that you go a bit wider than you think and then you over jump it here. Then at the end you can also see players do hold that 4th gear. They drop down into 4th here, but they shift not down any further, so you can oversteer there as well and run into severe problems. So you also have to be very cautious about that. But about the start maybe again, if you want to go for the world record, I think that's something very important to consider. So once you are at this kind of speed, so just before gear 4, you can wiggle in order to manipulate your gear and just get more speed, or just gear up a bit earlier. And unfortunately we could not see the speed, so let's just run the yeah, when you're at 350 speed. No, that wasn't the speed that you of course had. But you can start to wiggle to get more speed and get the gear earlier. The thing is, you just have to be, like you look at 180 speed, 190, something around that. You can start the wiggle, then you will gear up into 4th, and then you can just hold that speed slide all the way through and get yourself a lot of speed. And then gear up here, stop steering in that moment. You can see he gears up into 5th, yeah. You stop steer there to not get a gear bug. And then you just go through that turn. I found this turn here very tricky, to be honest, because it's very blind and you do not see really where you bump. Sometimes you're too far to the left, then you have to oversteer. Sometimes you're too far to the right, then you get airtime. So I think what's really important is just practice here, practice on this map, because when I got the feeling for this turn, I mean, I have like a top 1000 time here, I think. Yeah, it's like it dropped out of the top 1000, but I also did not get the best ending because I also really struggled with that setup. Because here it's important to not get airtime and just stay in the middle, and also tap, hold a great angle to not lose as much speed as you should, and then also go very far to the left here in this corner as well. You know, if you land too far here on the right side, you will just eat a lot of that penalty surface and have to readjust. You can see how far from the left the players are approaching it. But I think for the AT medal, it's just important that you nail the start and also like somewhat the transition in the middle part. But still a hard AT medal and a different 01 map than we usually have. So I think that this is a great map to begin with. Something different, something very, very refreshing. And let's move on to the next.